Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D, about to react to this vid. It's titled Michael Jackson Surprising His Fans. They lose it. Oh, this seems like it would be a cute vid. Let's see how they react. Let's watch. Girl, get up. This will scare me. Like, if somebody was acting like this towards me, like, I would be afraid. These are the if I can't have you, no one can type of people, you know?
Picture being in Moscow
like, you don't know
in the
this
1980s. Red Square, broad daylight, and Michael Jackson's motorcade rolls through. The city had never seen anything like it. Neither had this one woman who spotted the car and decided that barriers, security, and basic logic were all optional. Watch what she is carrying and pay close attention to what he thinks it is.
Oh, look, she's got something for you.
Some toilet paper. Give it to.
I love you, Michael.
I love you.
So he don't want that.
Mike, I love you, Michael.
Love you too.
I can't believe Michael.
Russia wasn't the only city that completely lost it. In Munich, Germany, security didn't just fail to stop a fan from reaching the stage, they opened the barrier and let her through.
What?
Watch what she does when they eventually try to end the moment.
Did he request her? Oh my god. These people are not right in the head. No, I'm sorry. This is a mental illness to me. I don't care. And I know that some people will be like, well, these people only get them through hard times. You don't understand. This is, you know, this is the typical fan reaction if you love someone. No, bro. This is a crazy person. You think this is a normal person? Oh, she's going crazy.
Kevin Hart is one of the most confident men in entertainment. Nothing rattles him until this.
He was but over a fake Michael at that, he is so dumb. But that's how the girls were acting, okay? He imitating the girls. The crazy girls.
That wasn't Michael Jackson. That was an impersonator, and Kevin Hart had absolutely no idea. If that's what a fake Michael does to people, just imagine the real one. Speaking of untouchable figures, in 1997, Michael Jackson was introduced to Princess Diana and Prince Charles at a concert in London. Two of the most recognized names on earth in the same room. Watch how it went.
How does it feel to be meeting royalty tonight? Would you like to say a few words to your fans, Michael? Anything else?
You know what? And people, I don't care, the Michael Jackson fans are gonna hate this. Don't care. People who claim, oh yeah, I've been a ligo, that's why he chose to whiten everything. He could have stopped here. He got whiter from here, y'all. That's y'all excuse. Tell yourself whatever you like. I don't care. I don't care to argue about it. He could have stopped here. He got like significantly whiter after this, like paper white. So he just kept going. So if it was to blend everything together, this is fine. I don't see no vitiligo, you know, marks at all. So why couldn't he stop here? It just doesn't make sense. Whatever.
Years later, Michael opened up about what they actually spoke about that night. He had pulled a specific song from his set list before the show out of respect for her. What she said about it is not what anyone expected.
What did you two talk about? I wrote a song called Dirty Diana, but I took it out of the show in honor of Her Royal Highness. And it's not about Lady Diana, it's about certain kind of girls that hang around concerts or clubs. I've lived in that all my life. You see these girls, they do everything with the band and, you know, everything you can imagine. So she took me away.
She didn't like that.
Are you gonna do Dirty Diana? I said, no, I took it out of the show because of you. No, I want you to do it. Do it.
So she had a sense of humor with you.
Yeah.
By the 1990s, Michael Jackson couldn't walk into a room
Ain't no
without
sissy
becoming
humor. She know you wasn't talking about her.
vent. So he tried something different. A disguise, a normal day. No security circus, no screaming crowds. Just a regular person doing irregular things. Watch how well that plan went.
One of my interviews, it's my dream to go in a supermarket and just shop and be like everybody else and put things in a basket. Because I can't do it. Because when I try to do it, people crowd around you, they want autographs and they want you to sign things and take pictures to see, in my way, kind of what the real world is like, even though it wasn't the real thing. Eventually, I started recognizing people like the woman in the blonde wig is my nanny. Even Elizabeth Taylor was there. She was on the cover of this magazine.
If you can't keep track of your car, you shouldn't shop.
Alright, I was doing shit. Get out the stove. Playing games.
It makes complete sense that something as simple as browsing a shop felt thrilling to him. Michael Jackson was a household name before he turned 10. By the time most kids were riding bikes, he had already performed on national television and released music with the Jackson 5. He never had an afternoon that wasn't scheduled. The disguises weren't vanity. They were the closest thing he ever got to being a regular person.
But when they see it's Michael Jackson, they change. I don't see the real thing, you know. So I want to see the real world, what it's really like, and it's very difficult. That's why I love disguises so much. I could sit on a bench at Disneyland and see what people really do and talk about.
At the peak of his career, Mike Tyson was the most feared man on the planet. He had destroyed every opponent put in front of him. His name alone made people nervous. And then, one day, he came face to face with Michael Jackson. Tyson has told this story for years because what Michael said to him in that moment shattered something he's never quite rebuilt.
First time I met him, first time, probably 89. First time I met him, it's in Cleveland at the concert. I'm with Don King. Let's go to the same in the concert. We go to the concert.
He told this story
and we're about to go, Mike at the door, he's waiting for a call. And there's really nobody there but just me and him. And just looking, and people come over, that's from the band, backstreet talk. And then I try to get closer to him, and then he turned around and said, "Where do I know you from? Do I know you from somewhere?" I said, "No, sir, no, I just came to show. I really admire you." It's okay. I'm at the height of my career. Back. That is impossible. Like that.
Oh my God.
And you turn around and got in the car. I said, "Oh, I gotta try that on somebody."
Tyson has never forgotten those words. The funny thing is, the two had more in common than most people realize. Both were connected through Eddie Murphy and Don King. Both became multimillionaires before they could legally drink. Both owned exotic animals. Tyson had tigers, Michael had an entire zoo at Neverland, and both of them, at the absolute peak of their powers, managed to spend their way into serious financial trouble. Different worlds, same story. Now take everything you have seen and ask yourself, what would it feel like to have Michael Jackson call your phone? Not turn up somewhere you happen to be, not wave at you from a stage. Call your phone. That is exactly what happened to Zack Efron, a young actor just trying to make a name for himself. And then his phone rang. Listen to the words Michael left him with.
His phone rang. Our director can irritate again. I remember I got this look like, "You want this phone?" And I was like, "What's going on?" He goes, "It's Michael Jackson." I'm like, "What?" He hands me the phone. "Hi, who's this?" I was like, "This is Zack Efron. I'm a massive fan, and I'm an actor, and you're like my hero." And I was just at a loss for words. And then he said, "That's really nice. Can you hand the phone back to Kenny?" "Hello?" He goes, "Oh, this is Zack from High School Musical?" Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I love what you do. I'm a huge fan." And I lost it. I lost my balance. I think I fell over into the wall. I was like, "You know who I am?" Both of my to each other on the phone, and he ended the whole phone call conversation with, "Hey Zach," and I like stopped crying for a second. He's like, "Isn't it awesome?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Dreams really do come true, don't they?" And I was like, "I really can't say things like that."
That call says everything about who Michael was off camera. He had a lifelong obsession with animals and with recreating the childhood he never got to have. He owned chimpanzees, giraffes, elephants, and a Bengal tiger. That same impulse led him to build Neverland Ranch, a 2,700-acre property in California with its own amusement park, petting zoo, and private cinema. He didn't build it for the image. He built it because some part of him genuinely never stopped being a kid. Dreams really do come true. From a woman chasing a motorcade in Moscow to the heavyweight champion of the world getting blanked.
Okay, sir. Just think about those animals, though, just in your backyard. Like, I would be terrified that one of them will escape while I'm sleeping and somehow get in the house and come, scratch my face off. Like, how could you sleep peacefully knowing that you got a whole zoo in your backyard, They get free, it's up for you. But yes, interesting video. Very nice of him to make these people's day. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.